Hey there guys, how's everyone doing? It's me, PBL, and today I'm going to be telling you guys everything you need to know about the guns in Project Zomboid. I went ahead and divided the guns in categories depending on what type of guns they were. Those are pistols, revolvers, shotguns, snipers, and rifles. Just keep in mind that the last ones aren't yet available in the game, but they are coded in. Before we get too in-depth in the details, let me go over the stats that you should be aware of before we talk about each gun individually. Among these stats we have upgrades, repair, max range at level 0, maximum hit count, sound radius, critical hit chance, recoil delay, reload time, aiming time, maximum ammo, and the chance for the gun to jam. For the sake of this video, I won't be going over each upgrade. I'll save that for another time. This is only so you know if it has them or not. Repair is among these stats because not all guns have the option to repair. Max range is how many tiles away from the player you can target a zombie. Keep in mind that the number shown here in this video is for whenever you have level 0 aiming. Each time you level up your aiming, this maximum range does go up. Max hit count is how many zombies you can hit with a single bullet. Sound radius is how far the gunshot can be heard from. This works just like the max range, so it's tile based. Critical chance is basically the percentage chance that you will deal extra damage to the target. The extra damage can either be 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, or 10 times depending on the gun you're using. Hit chance is basically the chance that you will hit the target. Recoil delay is how long it takes to wait between the shots. Reload time is the time it takes to ready your gun to shoot again. Aiming time is how long it takes for you to properly aim at a target. Maximum ammo is how many bullets the gun can hold. And jam gun chance is how often a gun jams. This number is either 2 or 0. Now that we all know what each of these do, let's get into each category of guns. Let's start with the pistols. There are 3 types of pistols that are available in the game at the moment, those being the 9mm, the 1911, and the Desert Eagle pistol. For testing purposes, we're using the cheap menu mod available in the Steam Workshop. So let me go ahead and give myself God mode, Ghost mode, and the pistols we're going to be looking at right now. Desert Eagle, 1911, and M9 pistol. Starting from the top down, we have the Desert Eagle. Among the pistols, this is the worst in my opinion because it has the highest sound radius and the lowest of all stats among the pistols. Let me pull up the stats here so you guys can have a look at them. As you can see, the Desert Eagle doesn't have any upgrades. It can't be repaired. It has a max range of 10, which is the highest among the pistols at level 0. It's got a max hit count of 1, meaning you can only hit 1 zombie at a time. The sound radius is of 100, meaning that any zombies within 100 tiles will be able to hear you. A critical chance of 20, which is normal for all the pistols. It's got a hit chance of 20, being the lowest among the pistols. It's got a recoil delay of 30, being the highest among the pistols, meaning it's the slowest between shots. It's got a reload time of 30, which is normal for all the pistols. It's got an aiming time of 30, which is the highest among the pistols. Max ammo of 8, which is the second lowest among the pistols. And a jam gun chance of 2, which is average for most guns in the game. Next, we have the M1911 pistol, which is the second best in my opinion in the game. Let me pull up the stats here so you guys can have a look at them. As you can see, the 1911 doesn't have any upgrades, can't be repaired, which is the same as the Desert Eagle. It has a smaller maximum range than the Desert Eagle of only 8 tiles. The hit count is the same, all the pistols only hit 1 zombie at once. It has a smaller sound radius, which makes it better and quieter than the Desert Eagle. It has the same critical hit chance. The hit chance is twice as high as the Desert Eagle's. It's got a smaller recoil delay, meaning it shoots faster between shots. The reload time is 30, which is the average. The aiming time is lower than the one of the Desert Eagle, meaning that it aims faster. The max ammo is 1 less than the Desert Eagle, but that's not too important. And the jam gun chance is 2, which is the same for most guns, as I've said. For those reasons, the M1911 is better than the Desert Eagle, in my opinion. Moving on, we have the best pistol among the 3, the 9mm pistol. Let me pull up the stats here so you guys can have a look. Right off the bat, you can see 2 major differences, being that the M9mm pistol can be repaired. It can have upgrades. It has a max range of 7, being the lowest among the 3 at level 0. It has a max hit count of 1, which is normal among all the pistols. It has a sound radius of 50, which is the lowest among all the pistols, making it the quietest out of the three. It's got a critical hit chance of 20, which is normal among the pistols, and a hit chance of 50%, which is the highest out of the three at the moment. It's got a recoil delay of 10, which makes it the fastest pistol out of the three. It's got a reload time of 30, which is the same as the other two. It's got an aiming time of 15, which makes it the fastest pistol out of the three. It's got the highest magazine capacity being 15 compared to the other two, and it does have the same jam chance as the other two pistols. Now that we got the pistols out of the way, let's move on to the revolvers. The main difference between the revolvers and the pistols is that revolvers can't get jammed compared to the pistols. Magnum. Here we go. Let me pull up the first one up here. We're going to first look at the Magnum, which is the worst among the three. Now they got the Magnum up. Let me pull up the stats so you guys can have a look at them. The Magnum is comparable to the Desert Eagle from the pistols. It's basically the Desert Eagle of the revolvers. First noticeable difference you'll see is that it can't be repaired and that it does not have any sort of upgrades. That's normal for all the revolvers. All three are like that. It does, although, have the highest maximum range at level 0 compared to the other two of 11. It's got the normal maximum hit count of 1, which is normal for all pistols. It's got a sound radius of 120, being the loudest revolver out of the three, and it has a critical hit chance of 20, which is normal for the revolvers. It has a hit chance of 20, which is lowest among the revolvers. Got a recoil delay of 30, which is the highest, meaning it's the slowest pistol revolver out of the three. It's got a reload time of 30, an aiming time of 40, meaning making it the slowest out of the three. It's got the maximum amount of ammo of 6, and it doesn't jam like I said earlier. Now that we know that this is the equivalent of the Desert Eagle, let me move on to the next one, which is basically the equivalent of the M1911 out of the revolvers, the M625 revolver. Now that we got this bad boy out, let me go ahead and pull up the stats so you guys can compare them to the previous one. First thing you'll notice is that it can't be upgraded and that it can't be repaired. It's only got a maximum range of 9 and a max hit count of 1, which is normal again compared to other pistols. It does, although, have a sound radius of 70, making it 50% quieter than the Magnum. The critical hit chance is the same as the Magnum, but the hit chance is slightly higher, making it a little bit better. The recoil delay is lower, meaning that it shoots faster than the Magnum. The reload time is the same. Most of the pistols and revolvers have the same reload time. The aiming time, on the other hand, is lower, meaning that it aims faster than the Magnum. They have the same maximum amount of ammo, and previously, like I said, it cannot jam. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to the best revolver out of the three, the M36 revolver. This is comparable to the M9 pistol out of the pistols. Let me pull up the stats here so you guys can have a look at them. Just like the previous two, you'll see that it can't be upgraded. It also can't be repaired. Although it does have the smallest range out of the three, it's got the same maximum hit count, which is 1. It does, although, have the lowest sound radius out of every single gun in the game. This is the quietest gun in the game. This is where it excels at. It has the same critical hit chance as the other two revolvers, but it does have the highest hit chance out of the three. It's also got the lowest recoil delay, meaning it shoots the fastest out of the three. It's got the same reload time, but it also does have the highest aiming time, meaning it aims faster than the other two. Same amount of ammo and the same jam chance. Basically, it doesn't jam like the other ones, as I said previously. Now they got the revolvers out of the way, let's move on to the sniper rifles. Got these. Give myself these beautiful sniper rifles. We got the MSR 700 rifle and the MSR 788 rifle. Let's start with the 700. Let me pull up the stats here so you guys can have a look at them. Right off the bat, you can see that it does have a lot of upgrades. The sniper rifles actually have the most upgrades out of every gun in the game. It can be repaired. It has a max range of 10 at level 0 aiming, a max hit count of 1, but this is where the sniper rifles are different from the other guns, that they have piercing bullets, meaning that if you can line up multiple zombies, you can hit all of them in a line. After that, you have the sound radius of 150. This is a pretty high sound radius compared to the other guns. The only ones higher than this are the shotguns. It's got a critical hit chance of 25, a hit chance of 27, a recoil delay of 90, which is massive, a reload time of 25, an aiming time of 30. It only holds up to 3 maximum ammo, and it has the highest gun jam chance, which is 5. The R700 and the R788 rifles are very similar. If you look at the stats, let me just pull this up here so you guys can have a look at them. Right off the bat, you can see that the upgrades, repairs, maximum range, and maximum hit count are the same. Those 4 stats are the same from the previous one. These 2 sniper rifles are actually almost a copy of each other. There's very little differences. Sound radius is the same as well. Now here's where they first differentiate from one another. The MSR 788 has a higher critical chance, but it loses hit chance for that, and it becomes even slower than the previous one. And the reload time is the same. The aiming time is actually slower, so out of the 2, the 788 is actually worse. So out of the snipers, the MSR 700 is the best sniper rifle out of the 2. It also holds the same amount of ammo and it has the same jam chance out of the 2. Now that we're done with the snipers, let's move on to the shotguns. There are currently 3 types of shotguns in the game. Let me just pull this up here. Got the guns. We got double barrels, we got the JS 2000 shotguns, and we got the Sonoff JS 2000 shotguns. Let's start with the Sonoff JS 2000 shotgun, which I believe is the worst out of the 3. Let me pull up the stats here so you guys can have a look at them. Right off the bat, you can see that the Sonoff shotgun cannot be upgraded. It can be repaired though. It's got a maximum range of 6 tiles. It has a maximum hit count of 4. This is where the shotguns are different from all the other weapons, that they can hit up to 4 targets at once, making them great for leveling up your aiming skill. This is actually the loudest gun in the game. It's got a sound radius of 250 tiles around your character. It's got a critical hit chance of 60, which is normal for the shotguns. It has a hit chance of 100. This is actually the highest hit chance out of all the guns in the game. One thing that this gun is good at. It's got a recoil delay and a reload time equivalent to the other 2. Aiming time as well. It's got 6 maximum ammo and a gun jam chance of 2, which is normal for the shotguns. The main reason I think this is the worst shotgun out of the 3 is simply because it's louder. The other stats are very comparable. They're almost identical actually. Let's move on to the JS 2000 shotgun. I'll pull up the stats here so you guys can have a look at them as well and compare the 2. The first difference you'll notice is that this one can be upgraded and it can also be repaired. The maximum range is of 7, which is 1 tile more than the Sonoff shotgun. Got a maximum hit count of 4, which is normal for all the shotguns. It is quieter than the previous one by 50 tiles, which makes this a better shotgun than it. It's got a critical hit chance of 60, which is identical to the Sonoff version. Although it does have a lesser hit chance than the previous one. So if you ever have to decide between the 2, it's a trade-off between sound radius and hit chance. The recoil delay, reload time, aiming time, maximum ammo, and jam gun chance is identical between the 2. Now we got that out of the way, let's move on to the best shotgun out of the 3, which is the double barrel shotgun. Let me pull up the stats here so you guys can see. Double barrel has a few differences from the other 2. The first is that it can't be upgraded, it can't be repaired, it has a maximum range of 9, which I believe is highest out of the 3 at level 0. It has a max hit count of 4, which is normal for all of them. It's got the quietest sound radius out of the 3, unless you compare it to the 2000 shotgun, which in that case it's equivalent. It has the highest critical hit chance of 80 out of the 3 shotguns. It's got a hit chance of 80, so it's the second best hit chances out of the 3. It's got a recoil delay, reload time, aiming time, and a max ammo of 2. Basically, those stats were the same except the maximum ammo. The big difference, although, is that this gun cannot jam, whereas the other 2 can. Now that we got the shotguns out of the way, let's move to the last category of weapons in the game, the assault rifles. Just open up my item spawner. Rifles. We got the M16 assault rifle and the M14 assault rifle. I'm going to start by the M14 assault rifle. Kind of a weird gun when you look into the stats of it. These 2 are not available in the game at the moment unless you use the cheat menu or other mods to get them in the game. So let's start with this one. I'm going to pull up the stats here for you guys to see. Looking at the M14, you can see that it can't be upgraded, cannot be repaired. Got a max range of 10, which is actually pretty good for a rifle. It's got a sound radius of 90, which actually makes it very, very quiet. It's got a critical hit chance of 0, which I believe is one of the reasons it's probably not in the game yet. It's very weird for a gun to not have that. It's got a hit chance of 50. It's got a recoil delay of 0, which means that you could literally shoot this gun non-stop, which is probably still the reason why it's not in the game. Got a reload time of 25 and an aiming time of 25, which is I guess you could say okay if you compare it to the M16. It's about the same. It's got a maximum ammo. It actually doesn't have a maximum ammo count, which is very weird. Another reason why it's not in the game, probably. Got a jam gun chance of 1, which is half of what the other guns in the game have, mostly. And unlike the M16, this gun only has a single fire mode. It does not have automatic. Now that we've looked at the M14, let's look at the M16. Out of the two assault rifles, the M16 I believe is the best out of the two. Not just that, but out of every gun in the game, the M16 is the best gun. This is absolute beast of a gun. If you ever find this in the game, consider yourself a lucky player. Let me go ahead and pull up the stats on this gun here. You guys are going to see this thing is a beast. First thing you'll notice is that it can't be upgraded. There are currently no upgrades to this gun in the game. It can be repaired, which is an absolutely amazing thing to have on this gun. Got a maximum range of 11, which I believe is the highest among all the weapons in the game. This is where it excels at. Like, this is an absolutely amazing thing. It can hit 2 zombies with each bullet, right? Let's move on. You'll see why that's good. It's got a sound radius of 100, which makes it equivalent to a couple of the pistols in the game, kind of like the Desert Eagle and the Magnum. It's actually not that loud, and considering how powerful it is, you could easily kill whatever comes your way. It's got a critical hit chance of 30, which is kind of high. Not the highest, but among most weapons, it's probably above average. It's got a hit chance of 20, which is not the best, but if you have a high aiming, you should be able to off-balance that. Got a recoil delay of 0, which is kind of why it's an assault rifle. Shoots really fast. Got a reload time and an aiming time of 25, which is similar to the M14, although the aiming time is slightly lower on this one, meaning that you can aim faster. It's got a maximum ammo of 30, which is the normal kind of magazine that goes on these kind of guns. So combining 30 bullets with 2 hits on each bullet, you can take out up to 60 zombies down with a single magazine of this gun. It's an absolutely amazing gun. Besides that, it's also got a jam gun chance of 2, which is normal for most of the guns in the game, and you can swap between single and automatic fire. But in my opinion, automatic fire is absolutely much better than single fire. Now that we've had a look at every single gun, I'm gonna go ahead and summarize everything that's been seen on the video for you guys here. So let me just bring up this nice little tier list for you guys. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you all learned something from it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Turn on those bell notifications. And make sure you guys leave a comment down below. If there's any questions, I'll be sure to read them afterwards. I also stream almost daily on Twitch. You guys can find me at PBL_gaming. And I will see you guys next week. If you guys got any video ideas you'd like to see, like any other topics, just let me know in the comments. I'll probably be making videos once every Sunday. So I'll see you guys next Sunday.